You see, in recent years, a pattern has emerged around people who associate with Chris Chan. Anyone who gets too close to her orbit is in danger of being sucked down into it and ending up significantly worse off than when they started. We've seen this happen time and time again, from more recent examples like Isabella Loretta Jenke to all the way back to Megan Schroeder and Michael Snyder. While the degree to which their association with Christine actually had an impact on their quality of life varies, in the past year or so there has been one notable symbol of this trend, the Sonichu Medallion. Ever since the beginning of Christine's comics, the neck piece has been shown to hold great power within the lore of the world. As time progressed, it became an iconic image for its association with Christery, and thus was a very popular item when the internet legend began selling replicas of it on her Etsy page. It soon became a bit of a meme for viewers to send the medallions to their favorite, or perhaps least favorite, online personalities. And on more than one occasion, what followed was the complete disintegration of those creators' lives. People truly started taking notice of this trend with streamer Nick Rekieta, who on October 14th, 2023, spoke about a mysterious package he had received.
And in it had this burned piece of paper, which I feel like I'm going to get serial raped here. It says, "The stars are aligned. A new host is chosen. Hail unto thee, Nick Chan Rekieta." And then with that came this. And this was so weird because this came before the mention of Sonic in the trademark dispute that we were talking about last night. A Sonichu Medallion has been passed to me. I don't know where this came from. I don't know what it means.
The public became concerned for Nick's well-being following the stream in May of 2024, during which he became incredibly intoxicated. One clip that went particularly viral came toward the end, in which he appeared to be pleasuring himself, although this has been called into question. Things got worse only a couple of days later when Nick and his wife were arrested. According to reports, police raided their home and found cocaine, fentanyl, loose firearms, and ammunition. The pair were quickly detained on charges of second-degree drug possession and child endangerment. While the news of this YouTube lawyer's downfall spread over social media, the old clip of him showing off his Sonichu Medallion resurfaced. The eerie letter that accompanied it was of particular interest. What had originally been seen as just an odd joke suddenly took on a much more sinister context. Memes began spreading across Twitter, declaring Nick to be the victim of the so-called Sonichu curse. Chris Chan had been part of internet culture for so long that her influence had spread like mold, infecting anyone who came in contact and dragging them down into the muck. With this new supernatural explanation for Rekieta's behavior, people began looking to experts for advice. This is when Chris Bors, otherwise known by the alias The Irate Gamer, entered the picture. While he began his career as a video game critic, Bors has since pivoted his field of expertise to ghost hunting and demonology. That's why he seemed like the perfect candidate to weigh in on the situation.
Him putting a necklace on that somebody sent him that is cursed could have opened the door. If you don't know how to properly cleanse yourself or your space, you know, once these things start to slip in, they can kind of like plant their flag and start to invade that space and wreak all kinds of havoc on their life.
I want you to spike one of these meters if you are here now.
These tests ultimately did not turn up anything substantial, but that didn't slow down speculation regarding the curse. The theory soon expanded to more and more creators. In a 2015 episode of his series Bad Unboxing, the YouTuber iDubbbz had also received the Sonichu Medallion from one of his fans. In the years following this video's release, the former content cop had thoroughly tarnished his reputation amongst his original fanbase, as well as losing hundreds of thousands of dollars meant for charity from his event Creator Clash 2. Another potential curse victim with much closer ties to Christery is Ethan Ralph, who you may recall as the one who live-streamed Christine's arrest back in 2021. In June of 2024, he was featured on an episode of the podcast, The Biggest Problem in the Universe. During the taping, host Dick Masterson opened up a package that sent the entire studio into a frenzy.
Is a present for you?
I think it's for me. It doesn't have any.
Wait, what?
Me?
No, wait. No, Dick, no.
What is
Don't,
it?
no.
What is it? You're messing up the camera.
Dude, what the fuck?
Not long after that, Ralph posted to Twitter about nearly being involved in a car accident, jokingly wondering if the medallion had something to do with it. Dick Masterson also got into a plethora of internet drama shortly thereafter as well. One last potential example of a curse victim is Mudahar of the channel Some Ordinary Gamers. In July of 2024, he posted a photo of himself wearing the dreaded necklace. This was clearly intended as a joke, mocking the very idea that it might be cursed. But the following months would see both the end of his podcast and the deletion of his Twitter account. Neither of these actions were prefaced with any sort of warning, and thus left people claiming that the Sonichu Medallion had claimed yet another career.